Hello. I know this is a pop-up live and there's probably nobody here right now. Hopefully it will be soon. I hope people are joining me today. Well, it looks like we're getting a slow start. And I'm on Restream again, guys, and I'm trying to get this figured out of how to name the video or the live stream before I go live, but it's not working. Okay, here we go. Now I can do it. Let's chat about what's being talked about in the Summer Wells case. We have one. Hi, Emily. Hello, Peas in a Pod. How is everybody? Good to see you guys. I was starting to wonder if anybody was going to show up or not. Hello, Dawn. We're going to give it a few minutes. There's 11 people. Good, guys. Don't forget to go hit the thumbs up, guys. Please. Just takes 2 seconds. Y'all can do that while we're waiting on everybody to get in here. Hello, Dippy and Discovering. Thank you, ladies, so very much. Dippy is going to help me. Hello, Shalima. Dippy's going to help me figure out how to name the live and stuff on Restream before I go live from now on, guys. Hi, Mary and Robin. I'm glad to see everybody in here. Yeah, that's what we're here to discuss, sweetheart. That's what I've heard too. Hang on one second. I've been busy and haven't heard any updates on Summer's case in a couple of days. Well, I don't know if we can holler it's an update or not, but we've got some stuff to talk about. Nana, you know we will be here sooner or later. I know. We show up if YouTube sends our notifications, right? Hello, Miss Alpaca Maid. Welcome to Nana's Angels. Thank you for visiting. We're glad to see you here. Yes, we are. Hello, Miss Kirst. And yes, I am working on that, but with all the trouble I'm having with my computer and the Bluetooth, my Bluetooth is completely gone off my computer, guys. And I don't know how to reinstall it on my computer. We've been live for 3 minutes. Let's give it a couple more minutes, guys, and then we'll start talking, okay? Or chatting or gossiping or whatever you guys might want to call it. You hit the thumbs up. Well, thank you so much, sweetheart. Angel talks too fast. Hello, darling. Yes, we're all beautiful friends in here. I'm glad to see you here, sweetie. The new talk in the case. Yeah, the latest talk. Guys, I don't know what my opinion is on this. I mean, it can go both ways. Really, it can. But let's say, we're going to go ahead and get started, even though it's, Okay, let's say that what is being talked about, the rumors, the allegations, that this Cotton dude, right? Let's say that it can be proven by law enforcement that he took Summer and did away with her. Now, if law enforcement does that, they conclude that he's responsible for Summer's disappearance. First of all, let me read this to you real quick, okay? This is what can be done if he is proven to have been the person responsible. It's called posthumous trial or post-mortem trial. Is a trial held after the defendant's death. Posthumous trials can be held for a variety of reasons, including the legal declaration that the defendant was the one who committed the crime, to provide justice for society or family members of the victims, or to exonerate a wrongfully convicted person after their death. Due to the heavy cost, they are usually held only under extraordinary circumstances. And we're all pretty sure that Summer's case is so big that definitely they would be a trial held, right? Okay, let's say he is convicted, goes to trial. It is said 100% that Cotton was responsible. How many people do you all believe is going to let it drop right there and say, oops, he went up there, he kidnapped her, he did away with her? That's the end of it. Because you see, I don't happen to think that that's what's going to happen. Angel says, I found a clip of the guy we were talking about the other day. Oh, really good. Good. I want to see it if you don't mind. Why is my computer going dead? Hang on a second, guys. Let me make sure my computer's plugged up. Sorry about the... Yeah, it's not plugged up. It got plugged. These cats. My granddaughter and her cats, they're driving me nuts. Okay. Got it all took care of now. Now, I don't happen to think that that's going to just end there. I really don't. How many people do you all think if this man is convicted, it's deemed that he was responsible, how many people do you think is going to say, oh, but wait a minute, how did he get his hands on her? How many people do you think are still going to be out for blood for the parents? They're going to say, Don and Candace, sold her, gave her, whatever. Because in my opinion, I'm not saying that I think that, but in my opinion, I don't believe this is going to end anytime soon, even if they find a person that is responsible for her disappearance. Because there are people out there, and I'm not saying they're right or they're wrong, but there are people out there that have the pitchforks ready. And even if they find somebody else that is responsible, they're going to say, no, 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 it is the parents, something that they did. It's because of the parents that this happened to the child. Nana, if JS heard a kid screaming, then the cops say the dog stopped at the road. It makes sense, kind of, because Cotton was getting arrested for trespassing all the time, bothering stuff. Oh, well, I don't know. I've not done that much research on it. I mean, come on, guys. I just heard about this whole kit and caboodle night before last. I was told, well, actually yesterday morning, cursed with curiosity, told me, hey, go watch this. Fred was on Ziggy's channel. Well, technically not on his channel. She recorded it. But I don't think, even if we have a conviction in the Summer Wells case, it's going to stop anytime soon. There are too many people out there with pitchforks, and I'm not saying they're wrong, not saying they're right, but there's too many people out there with pitchforks that will not stop. Some will go after the family even after a judge bangs the gavel on someone else. Right, that's what I'm saying. The parents' behavior for 2 years raises red flags regardless. Yes, I agree, peas in a pod. Please do not misunderstand. In some way, shape, form, fashion, I truly believe that Don and Candace both, and trust me, it does not, I don't waver on one and believe totally in the other. No. I believe 100% both these parents have knowledge of what happened to this child, whatever happened to her. So, I mean, I'm not saying that they're innocent, but I'm asking your opinion. What do you think's going to happen? Do you think it will be just dropped, or do you think, the pitchforks are just going to come out even harder and stronger? Tell me what you guys think. They definitely know what happened. Wasn't he Cotton? Wasn't he Cotton employed with the park or not? From what I understand, he was a long time ago, but he isn't now. And I'm wondering about something, guys, because when I first seen the picture of him, I just looked at his head and his face, and I'm thinking that he's about the size of Fred Hill. But discovering pointed it out to me. This was a big old boy. Not saying that big old boys can't go hiking in the mountains and doing all the stuff that skinnier, healthier people can do. But as discovering said, could you imagine him, grabbing this child up and running with her? Or hiking somewhere while carrying this child up into the mountains, which is what is being said, or implied, should I say, not said, but implied, that he hiked up into Laurel Park, Laurel Falls, whatever it is, and did something with her. I agree. I agree 100%. You just texted me so that you know who I'm talking to. Um, all three adults, yes, I agree. Whoever it was that put that in there, all three adults know where Summer is. I would assume that Grandis does know everything, but I don't think she was technically a willing participant. I think she was there. She was included because they thought that she would be a willing participant. And I honestly, and I've said this before, I think that's why she left, was to get as far away from it as she possibly could, because she's already lost, however it happened, she's already lost one child. She doesn't want to be responsible for helping put another child behind bars. That's why I think Grandis left. Candace stated that we will know soon what happened to Summer. It's almost scary, like from Deliverance. Yeah, it is. I've never heard of Cotton. Was he a friend of Dawn Candace's? From the video chat that Ziggy had with Fred the other day, from what I can understand, he was just somebody that nobody knew what Fred's. Fred didn't know him. He was introduced to him by somebody else, and he came up there to purchase stuff from him on two occasions or something like that. Now, he said that on the not before last, about the mountain man or whatever he called him. And then it came out last night that Cotton, why he would have two different nicknames is beyond me, but that supposedly Cotton is who they called the mountain man. So, from what Fred says, he didn't know him prior to that. Also, a lot of overweight people have knee and hip problems, so I couldn't see him running with or without a child. Hey, that girl 77. He's also on drugs and math, to be exact, so I think it's very possible he had something to do with her disappearance and her being disposed of. Well, I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm not saying, by no means. Hey, we got to look outside the box, and we've looked outside that box for so long, we're all going crazy. So, yeah, we need something, but let me ask you something else. I'm not, by no means am I saying anybody is lying or anything like that, but I'm just asking your opinion. Does anybody think that maybe this story is being made up because there's a lull in the Summer Wells case and nothing's coming out, nothing's being said? Do you think maybe for entertainment purposes, Fred perhaps is telling people what he thinks they want to hear? Or maybe Fred knows something and doesn't want to tell what he knows, so he's making up something else. Does that make sense? Candace was responsible for Summer's safety that day. She didn't feed her that day, neglect in the least. I agree, peas in a pod. Yeah, the people he names are all dead. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So how far off? I mean, Has he named anybody that's still alive that could defend themselves? Um, spreading, yeah, SAS, spreading awareness for summer. Yes, absolutely. In my opinion, only. I don't know what happened, but I don't completely believe everything Fred says. He has had this info for 2 years and have said nothing in all of this time. That's the suspect. That is very odd. I mean, why hasn't he come out before now? Someone said he's kin to the guy who took Carly Trent. No. Well, and he actually, yeah, he might be. I don't know. I just know that the Trents are kin to everybody up there in that holler on Ben Hill. Uh, yeah, he could possibly be. I didn't think about that. The last names. Someone should look back at all the friends on all their Facebook pages. Put a 1 in chat, guys, if y'all believe that Fred is telling the truth and that this guy really did this. Just out of curiosity, guys. Show Nana you like this episode with a thank you. Thank you, Alpaca Maid. I just feel like it's awfully convenient to now put the blame on a dead man, right? I believe Cotton probably helped. Well, there's one thing about it, guys. I mean, how many people watched Chasing Truth when she was coming back home from Ben Hill? Because she said, in her opinion, I don't remember, I can't say it exactly how she said it, and she has deleted the video now or made it private, but plain and simple, she made a comment that it was at least 5 people that she believed was involved in this. Thank you, Angel. Do you think, Angel? Do you think that guy's has any connection to what's going on right now? That's my thought. Yes, Fred is, in my opinion, telling the truth, or maybe Ellie wants it to be over with. Yeah, true. Mods in chat, you have to wonder why Fred's girlfriend was. Yeah, I was wondering, Robin, why Fred's girlfriend was arrested. Fred said Ellie questioned about Cotton made him think about weird things Cotton had said to him. Maybe it's someone else and he just put Cotton's name in it. Yeah, because Cotton is dead now. Where did Summer play, right? Well, see, that's what everybody was talking about. Why Roger ran off into the woods as soon as they got to the horse pond. My first thought is nobody said anything about stopping for bathroom breaks or anything. So I assumed that was my first thoughts, that he ran off into the woods to relieve himself. But you're right. When did the baby get to the potty? I hope you guys can still hear me. I don't know if you can or not. My chat is completely gone for some reason. Hi, Mama Bear. Okay. Well, whatever it was I was going to read is gone now. It says, let's think about it. The call is done. Dawn was seen earlier in the day at home by tree trimmers. Summer passed. Horse Pond, Candace took her to Dawn. Dawn took her to someone else to dispose. That's a good possibility. Is it illegal? Is what illegal? For the if you're talking about the video chat that Ziggy did, I think everybody lost me for a minute, honey. It said the connection went out. I thought my son unplugged my. No, it wasn't. It wasn't him. Can anyone on here find this out? Someone last night stated that the road to Laurel Run was closed off and they were doing something there. Does anybody on here know that area? Fred wants a deal, so you don't think he's lying? He also wants out of jail, so his girlfriend was arrested within 3 hours after the actual call. Ellie must have heard the call in real time. Fred said she was leaving state. Oh, all right. That's interesting. Fred says she's buried behind a waterfall. He said that? Hello and welcome to all coming in. Please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and ring the bell for all notifications. Thank you, Miss Robin. And guys, I just want to say I want to thank all my mods. You all do such great work for me. And as the people who help with the research and information that's coming out and they make sure and get it to me, I want to thank you for that too, as just as much. I have a tinfoil hat theory about this guy. Well, let's hear it. Do you want to jump up on panel, Angel? Okay, here we go. Nana, is it legal to tape a phone call for someone in jail just at? No, ma'am, it is not. And as far as I know, to the best of my knowledge, and trust me, I have no problem in saying I'm dealing with visiting someone in Tennessee jail right now. And I'm telling you all, you are not supposed to record those at all. The video visits, you're not supposed to record it at all. You can't even, like, if when you're at home and you're visiting over your laptop, you have to pay for those visits. And it's, I don't know what it is over there, but like here, it's like maybe $8 or $10 for like 10 or 15 minutes. You are not even allowed to have somebody standing over your shoulder or sitting beside you while you do that visit. If they see another person, then they're going to charge you. They'll end the visit because you're supposed to actually pay for, if there's going to be two people visiting, you have to pay for two people. And it plainly tells you you cannot record anything. You are not supposed to. If you get a phone call from somebody in jail, if you try to do a three-way call, they will end the phone call. It is not allowed. And I don't know what Ziggy was thinking doing that, but you're not allowed to do that. Maybe she got special permission. I don't know. But to me, it seems a little bit strange that she recorded it and it's now out on YouTube and somebody hasn't said something to her already about it, because it is not legal to do that. And it's not through the county that the person's in jail in. There is a company that runs these. And you actually have to go through that company to schedule the visits. And they are the ones that record everything. They record from the time you pick up the phone to talk to the person or get online to talk to the person till it ends. They know every minute and they know everything that is said. And, I'm not saying anybody should say anything about it. I'm just saying I can't imagine why the company or law enforcement in Hawkins County hasn't said something already about Ziggy recording that and putting it out there. It's not allowed, guys. In a cave behind the falls. Huh. Makes kind of sense with what others have said so far. Yes, ma'am. Sorry, I got behind talking about that, guys. I'm way behind, evidently. Um, in my opinion, I don't believe they would allow two people to visit at the same time because they would consider it two visits and those visits are limited. No, no, not. Okay, let me explain that too. If you go on site, which means to the jail to visit, you're still visiting on a computer laptop or on a screen, a monitor. And you can have two people sitting there visit. It's only like if you go to the jail and you visit, then that's the only visit you get for the week. If there's two people sitting there visiting, then still that person gets no more visits. I get no more visits. At home on the computer, if they see two people, then they're going to charge you for it or they're going to shut the visit down. And they can shut the visit down. But you at home when you're visiting on the computer, you get two visits per week. You can schedule two visits. If you're going on site, you only get one visit per week. I think Ellie was known for a while, and these arrests, in a small way, are the beginnings of the end of summer getting closer. End of the summer is getting closer. Um, it's probably Kenner Falls at Laurel Run. Okay. He told her it's through a church group that runs the phone and text and laptops. No, it's not a church group. It is a very large company that makes bukus of money. And it's throughout the state of Tennessee. It's not just one county or the other. You guys can go. I don't know exactly what. I'm assuming they're all the same company, but it's called Inmate Sales, SALES, Inmate Sales. Y'all can go look it up for yourselves. Just go to Google and look that up. Read for yourself what it says. There was a guy stalking Fred as he was talking to Ziggy. I seen that too. There's a peak of summer and the boys climbing on the rocks at those falls. Is that where they were playing on the waterfalls at? Ziggy said that they record all calls, but yes, you can record the call too here in Kentucky. Maybe in Kentucky, but not in Tennessee, you can't. You're not allowed to, anyways. You're not supposed to. But like I said, maybe she has special permission or something. I don't know. But I mean, we weren't getting on here to bash Ziggy or say she's done anything wrong or anything like that. I'm just saying, in my opinion, I originally got on here to discuss the fact, do you all think that Fred's telling the truth and that this guy possibly is responsible for that baby disappearing? And if so, how many people do you think is just going to accept that explanation and leave it? Or do you think that they're going to continue to say that Don and Candace are responsible for whether they gave her, sold her, traded her, whatever, to this man? Yes, if we have had rain like now, probably shallow in hot summer. Thank you, Robin. Yes, guys, I have a tip jar out there. Um, oh, I accidentally. Fred also mentioned Andy's name in that call. Yeah. And I had never heard this, guys, but did y'all see um where he was talking about, or Ziggy actually brought it up, where that somebody was saying that his girlfriend was responsible for his mother's passing? Thank you, Kirst. And Fred said he was attacked and he almost passed. They had to shock him to bring him back. What is up with that? Yeah, now that is a little. And here we go, guys, with just another person that's related to this case that has now passed away. I mean, come on. How many people are going to pass away that is directly or indirectly connected to Summer Wells? And that has passed just since Summer went missing. Fred's father passed. I think it was last February or last September, maybe. You know, that Jerry guy that Don worked with, Jose. We have Leslie. We have Ricky Crawford Sr., or actually, he's a junior. The father, Marlena's dad. Um, there's how many more? This guy. Someone said police helicopter it up there if it's true. Huh. I think Fred is a lot like Don, and he says things for the shock factor just to see people's reaction. That's a very good possibility. I mean, he definitely speaking truth. He said he spoke to the police the day before about Summers' case, and that's what was discussed. Yeah, it is definitely worth checking into, Mary. They say the helicopters was circling above the falls yesterday. Well, maybe it's true then. Yeah, we know he was assaulted in jail, hun. We know that's the truth. I mean, he showed the scar. Was EquiSearch allowed to search that? I don't know, honey. I don't think they even brought that area up when EquiSearch was up here searching. I don't think that area has been searched, period, until now. Oh, but why would he, Robin? You mean to get rid of her? I'm not sure if he is responsible for snatching Summer, but I strongly feel that he may have disposed of the body. That's a good possibility. I think he's trying to blame the unalive because you can't not throw a dead man in jail to get himself and others out of trouble. You can't throw them in jail, but just like what I read when I first started, guys, um, you can still charge someone that's already passed. You can charge them of a crime, and they can be convicted. And like the way I described it earlier when I was talking to Discovering is it puts a little mark by their name at the courthouse, and I mean any of their future relatives can go back and see that hey, they were responsible for this child's passing and what happened. They may not go through a big long lengthy trial, but in certain extraordinary circumstances, I think is what they said. No proof he's passed. Well, his family would know, wouldn't they? Well, we don't actually know for sure yet if Cotton was involved just yet. That's true. I'm not saying that it is. Yes, Leslie and Brianna, the list goes on. Yes. Didn't Billy Dishner pass away too? Nana, something is definitely going on in Hawkins County. All these people dying. Yeah, I believe it. Oh, his obituary. Well, his obituary says he's dead. And then again, it is Hawkins County, uh, Mama Bear. So we all question anything anybody says in Hawkins County. So we might as well question the newspaper too. I pray they are searching that area at Laurel Run no matter what. I hope so too, honey. If you want to drop a link, I have a few minutes. Okay, great. I was just waiting for you to say it, hon. Sorry about that. I think if Fred knew this all this time and didn't say anything, then he needs to be charged. I think he needs to be charged too for meddling in an investigation or messing it up. I don't believe this. Perhaps he did have a working relationship with Dawn. It doesn't take away from all the inconsistencies with Candace and others that are involved. No, hon, nobody's saying that they're not involved. Nobody's saying that they didn't have something to do with it. If Ellie thought Fred was involved in Summer's case, he'd be in protective custody. He's not, right? Yeah, dead men tell no tales. Hi, sweetie. Let me see if I can figure out how to get you up here. There you
Hey, I'm so not used to Restream. Am I
Oh, me
really
too.
loud? I feel like it's really loud.
Is it?
I mean, I feel like I sound loud.
Oh no, you're very quiet. Actually,
All
you're not
right.
loud at all. You're good.
Ugh.
So, tell me your thoughts on all this.
Well, my first thought, and it's really just my opinion, and I talked about it this morning, but I have a big problem with that being put on YouTube. Like, I don't understand why it wasn't just directly given to the TBI, and then there be like a waiting period for them to like be okay. That's okay. You can put that out or whatever.
Right.
But
Well,
instead, it's just immediately on YouTube, and I that bothers me that it never went through law enforcement. Like, I don't think that any of that should be public information, whether it's true or not. I don't
right.
think it. I don't think it should be. I don't think it's our job to decide that. Like, is it okay to put out? Is it not? That's law enforcement's decision.
Well, the thing about that's the whole thing. And like I said, I'm not trying to bash her,
No, me
but
neither.
the thing about it is it plainly tells you while you're loading the screen up to visit with this person and everything, it plainly tells you you cannot record it.
Doesn't it cost money?
Yes.
So how is she paying for that?
What do you mean how?
How,
With a debit card.
I know, but there's apparently financial problems, and I thought it was like really expensive to talk to inmates.
It is like let's see, like I said, it's like $8 to $10 for it's 10 or 15 minutes, I believe it is something like that.
Hmm. So
So I mean,
it was like a I'm gonna say Skype, but it's like one of those kind of things where it was all done video, right? Like, she
yes.
didn't actually go there physically,
No, she did it from home
so
on
she screen recorded it.
yes,
Oh,
and you're not allowed to do that.
yeah, that's not good. That's unfortunate.
And I
That
mean,
makes
like,
it even worse.
makes it
Them-
even worse. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, we all want to help and have information and share information, but there's certain information that you just don't share. I have a number of things that I am aware of, but I've never publicly talked about it, um, because it isn't publicly talked about by law enforcement. So I just keep my mouth shut. I'm not about to be spreading stuff on the internet.
Right. Well,
But
and discovering, hang on one second, Angel,
mhm,
discovering the plain and simple fact is is she wouldn't have to send it to law enforcement. Hun, trust me, that is I mean, it's a company that runs it, but they have officers that monitor those recordings.
I wonder if she told him.
Huh?
I haven't watched any of that stuff, but did she tell him, like, hey, I'm going to record you?
Not that I seen,
Oh,
but I'm assuming that he already knew it. Now they had no,
boy.
it's not $20 per. Well, it may be for 30 minutes. Yeah. Um, she told him. Well, they talked before they did this. They talked on the phone because he says he used his one free call to call her, and then on top of that, guys, prisoners can call out, collect, and you can accept their phone calls anytime. So they could have talked on the phone before they had this visit. We don't know if they talked before or not, or what was said or discussed. Ziggy did tell him, hang on a second. Yes, Ziggy did tell him she was recording. Okay, well, I didn't know. I didn't see it myself, so I didn't know if she did or not. But as far as the inmates knowing, yes, the inmates know that everything they do is recorded, yes. And that's through the company that the video chat is or visit's going through.
There's some phone calls that could be made to kind of find out, I think, some further details.
Yeah, you can do a request for the actual phone calls when they call out and they talk to somebody when they're in jail. You can actually request those phone calls.
But I think she called in, right? Because it would have
No,
been on her dime.
it would have been on her dime anyways, but no, she can't call in. They have to call out. They have to. That's the only way you can talk to them on the phone.
That's interesting. I found that obituary, well, an obituary, but people are throwing around different names for this Cotton guy.
Okay, supposedly Ronnie Lynn, Len, Simmons or Simons or whatever the last name is. I can't remember. Simpson. Okay. But I think it's Ronnie Lynn, Len.
I have a Roy Cotton Simpson.
It might be Roy. I got it third hand, and it's just the information. Hang on a second, I've got it right here on my phone.
Okay, I can read it out loud if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
it says that it's the quote unquote obituary for Roy Cotton Simpson. Roy Cotton Len Simpson, 59, of Rogersville, passed away Tuesday, February 14th, 2023.
Yeah.
He was okay.
He was what?
Okay. He was retired. He retired from Warriors Path State Park.
Yep.
That's interesting. He was preceded in death by his father, Roy C. Simpson, and his mother, Martha Simpson. He was 59. Those left to cherish Cotton's memories are his daughter, son, and the son's fiance, grandson, sister. I'm afraid to read all the real names out loud.
Right.
None of the names sound familiar, but this is saying obviously that it was back on Valentine's Day that this guy passed away.
Does it say how?
No.
Okay, because some people are saying that he fell from the cliff.
Oh yeah, I had heard that too. Fell off the side of a cliff.
Right.
I remember hearing. Yeah. The thing that when I first heard his name, the very first thing that came to my attention was the last name Simpson, and how many. So you got Simpson Road and you got Simpson Loop, and how that all kind of surrounds Ben Hill.
And Gary Simpson.
See, it's like tinfoil hat, right? Okay, tinfoil hat. It's just, I've always felt there's something going on with Simpson Road, Simpson Loop, because everybody seems to like base certain things off those two roads. And so when I hear this coming in, and knowing that a lot of that area is named after families, like generations of families, I'm like,
Yeah.
so I don't know. But yeah, I had heard that it fell off a cliff, but I don't remember which mountain.
Well, the thing about it is, and like I said, I'm not saying anything about, heavier people. And I do know for a fact that lots of heavier people do hike. Trust me, in
Mm-hmm.
2016, I did 100 miles with my oldest and dearest best friend. And that was because she had had the surgery, the stomach surgery, and she was trying to lose weight. So she took up hiking. But why would that man, being as big as he was, be up there hiking that high
He doesn't
up?
look like a big guy to me in the photos here.
Well, blow it up and look at it. He does it in the face and stuff. That's what I was saying. But if you get to looking at his shoulders and stuff, he looks like
This
he's a
looks
pretty
like a
healthy
really
guy.
old picture. This looks like it's from the 70s,
You think?
like the haircut and the whole thing. You know how sometimes when people get really sick and then the family puts up a photo that they wish they don't look so ill.
Is that the one where he's wearing the overalls?
Um, no, he's got like a suit on.
Oh, well, that's not the one I've got. Hang on a second.
Okay.
The one I've got.
How many Cotton Simpsons are going to be in that area?
Mm-mm. Hang on, I'm gonna send this to you, guys. I would share it if I could, but my computer is so messed up. I am so sorry.
Something's going on with YouTube.
Yeah, because the other day on not the other day, but the 15th when I was doing the Summer Wells live, it started telling me that my USB thing that I connected USB was malfunctioning. And then after that, I mean, I have literally have no Bluetooth on this computer anymore at all.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just odd. Your Bluetooth don't just disappear.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know how to go about trying to re-download it or if you even can.
Do you remember off the top of your head the mountain that he allegedly fell off of?
No, I don't think I was told that. Cursed, by chance, do you
Yeah, man.
remember? Cursed by Curiosity is what it was telling me about it. This Midnight says he said Roy had told him some things about Summers' case, but he didn't believe him. And after talking to the police the prior day, he now believes what he said. So Ellie now knows what's going on, in my opinion.
Did you want my tinfoil hat theory?
Yeah,
Because every time I think Hawkins County, I'm like, tinfoil hat. So I have had like the long-standing belief that whether or not Donna Candace did something or not, that
yeah,
they're outsiders, and it wouldn't I would not be surprised if law enforcement did something to push the case against Donna Candace forward.
hmm,
So if we have somebody coming into jail, and it's like an impending doom for the charges, and we might happen to all of a sudden remember something that may or may not implicate somebody else who is ironically enough not alive anymore. Um, but it ties back into, um, how could we pin this on anybody but us? So now we've got someone who's deceased, so we can go with that guy, or we can figure out a way to go in a roundabout way and get to Donna Candace with like being under the direction of Ronnie
right.
Lawson, or you know what I'm saying?
So
Like
you're
that's my tinfoil hat theory,
right. So you
that
think
they
that
coached him. Yeah, the Hawkins County,
coach
whoever,
to
coached him
to
into a story. Mm-hmm.
right,
Mm-hmm.
so that
That
to
makes
let Dawn and
Yeah,
Candace think that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but they've
Mm-hmm.
waited 2 years. I mean, I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong, but I'm just saying that people have said that throughout this past 2 years. Oh, they're just letting them, they're lulling them into a false sense of security
But then you
so
could
that
flip
they'll
it
give
around.
something.
You could do the opposite direction too. You could say that Donna Candace got in with Fred Hill and made a deal to point fingers at someone who can't defend themselves because they're not alive. Because why wait this long? Why wait till after this person is deceased?
Right. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
he says, from what people are saying, he didn't think much of it. He didn't believe this guy until when law enforcement started questioning him the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and that
Mm-hmm.
things they said jogged his memory, and he's like, "Oh, wait a minute, maybe this guy's telling the truth."
Quote unquote jogged his memory. I'm telling you, I really strongly feel like this is either being fed to him, uh, like maybe like a behind the scenes here tit for tat thing,
Yeah,
or that he's doing this to point the finger away. I mean, if you're him and you know that people have been eyeing you for Summer's case, and somebody else comes to you and is like, "Hey, I know where she is," the first thing you're going to do is like, why would you write someone off? If that person can clear you, why write that person off? That doesn't make sense. Do you know what I
right.
mean? So I don't understand. The whole thing doesn't make sense, except my tinfoil hat theory that this was a story developed or suggested by law enforcement. I don't know.
It's very no. I mean, it's like I said, we've got to think outside the box. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we really do.
Mm-hmm.
To get off subject for just a minute, guys, just because I'm planning on doing either a live stream or a video about this. Has anybody heard anything about let me see if I can get this correct, the FLDS church and those 8 children that are missing?
I haven't heard about this.
Yeah, 3 of those kids are, the leader that's sitting in prison now, he got life for doing that stuff to those kids. 3 of those children that are missing now are his 3 youngest children. But the mothers, it's 8 different kids, but the mothers are ex FLDS members
Oh,
who
no.
left the church.
Mm-hmm.
And now that they're calling everybody back, that guy's calling all the members back and stuff, wanting
Mm-hmm.
all the families gathered up and everything, then now these kids are starting to disappear.
Mm-hmm.
So I plan on doing, I mean, if you guys want to look into that, see what y'all can find out, because I'm going to be doing a video or possibly a live over that. I find it very interesting. And although I've got one person telling me that, yes, this guy is calling in because they're wanting to play another Jim Jones thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've got other people saying, no, that's not what's being said. But a video I watched this morning, I believe it is. They are planning on,
Mm-hmm.
Jim Jones trick.
Like a Kool-Aid situation.
Yeah. They plan on drinking the Kool-Aid and they're trying to gather
Mm,
all their members together,
that's
including the ones that the mothers took away.
I can't attest too much, um, uh, other than like what you see on TV. I
Right.
tried to research into just the SDA stuff, and they have that locked down. I mean, it's really hard to get any information
Yeah.
about, you know, it's so secretive.
Um, Zip Zipped said a local from Kingsport said she saw a helicopter flying over Laurel Run Park yesterday at 5 o'clock.
That wouldn't surprise me. You know how many calls that TBI probably got from
Oh yeah.
those? I mean, oh, jeez.
I wonder if Ziggy's gonna be doing any more visits with Freddie anytime soon, and is she gonna be recording them?
I really want to know if that's permitted.
Mm-mm.
Like, do we
I'm
know that
telling
for
you, it's
sure?
not, sweetheart. Look, listen, you're a very intelligent person.
I'm trying to figure out
Go,
what service that she used.
well, yeah, that I don't know, but go look up inmate sales, because trust me, the law is going to be the law across the board.
Hmm.
Go look up inmate sales and read over it. Just read over it. You can go all the way up till when you have to pick an inmate. And
What
just,
was
I
this like?
mean,
Inmate what?
you can read all the stuff up because there's like 8 pages that you have to fill out
What
to
website
visit.
though?
Inmate,
Uh-huh.
INMATE,
Yep.
sales, SALES.
Oh, sales. Okay.
And
.com.
you can go all the way up to the point where you actually have to pick the name of an inmate you're wanting to visit.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if anybody can't, if you don't find what I'm talking about before then, if you want me to, I'll go through and because I'm signed up through them, I can go in and screenshot what it says and what it doesn't say about the videoing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you're not allowed to do that.
Mm-hmm. I want to look into it, like, for sure, and
I
find
mean,
out.
you're not even allowed to record the phone calls that you have from a prisoner.
Well, she's done that though.
What, the
Oh,
phone calls?
yeah. Mm-mm. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna dig and find out somehow. Yeah, that's the only cotton person I can find is that one.
Okay. Well, and that's something else I don't understand. If his nickname is Cotton, why is Fred calling him? I don't remember exactly what the name is. Maybe somebody can refresh my memory. But it was Mountain Man or something like that he said was the one that bought the product from him on those two different dates. And then he says that is the Cotton Dude. That's what he goes by is Mountain Man or whatever it was he said, Mountain something or other.
Mm-hmm. What
Um,
county is that Laurel Cliffs in? Is that Hawkins County?
I don't know, guys. What county is Laurel Cliffs in? Um, Ziggy went over what? Ziggy went over who she went through to contact Fred. Okay, well, I'm not saying she didn't. I said it unless she has special permission.
Yeah, it's the recording thing that's the situation.
Please speak to Mike. I would love to speak with Mike. He was a commander in the police force that specializes in cults and especially the FLDS. Oh wow, really? Good. Mountain Man, yeah. Okay, Mountain Man. Cotton lived on the mountain. It's in Hawkins County, Angel.
Okay.
Oh wow. Where'd that go? Okay, it says he has a daughter named Sarah, and is that the Sarah that Jody Sue was mad about not taking her cash offer? Okay. Oh wow. The real Rockin' Robin, hate to say it, but she was in her ear all morning while I was doing other stuff.
Mm-mm. There's an 11-year-old boy missing.
No, I'm not, but I would love to talk to her.
I'm pretty certain that even if there's a difference, I know that she would set that aside for this topic because she speaks very passionately about getting sucked in and what happened when she was in and then how she got out.
Right.
So,
I'm not asking you to get in the middle, but if you wouldn't mind, is there any way that
yeah.
you could ask her to get a hold of me or
Mhm. Yeah, I can do that.
okay,
Mhm.
that would be great.
Yeah, because that's the resource that I've been using.
Right. You can give her my phone number too, by the way.
Okay. Well, I'll I'll find out how she wants to communicate with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. The timing is weird to me. Waiting for someone to be deceased, and then
Yeah.
blaming them. And yeah, I know there's like all these other people that have passed away, but uh, why this guy? There has to be some history between them. Otherwise, how would Fred know this guy? They have to have known each other at some, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like it's not like some stranger is going to come up to him and be like, "I know where Summer Wells is. I put her behind a cliff." Then no, that's not a conversation that just happens between two people that just met. You know, I
Rebel says it's 15 minutes from Ben Hill.
but what see but Ben Hill's like right. You just go right down the road and you're in Sullivan County, right? Sullivan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
like literally right down the road, like 5 minutes down the road. Like you're almost sitting on the county line right there at Ben Hill.
yeah, listen, that I'm going somewhere with that, but I'm not sure where yet.
Okay.
I'm working that out in my head. Yeah.
Rebel, would you like to jump up with us? I don't know how many people I can have up here, but you're more than welcome to. Glad to see you here. And thank you, Ron Jeremy.
You know, and what if and I'm not saying that he did anything, but hypothetically, if Fred Hill is guilty of something
Right.
and he's got this person he can blame that can't defend themselves, why not take up that opportunity? It's not, you know what I mean? It's not like you can prove it wrong that they didn't have that conversation.
Right.
I just don't trust inmates. I don't really trust
Oh,
anybody in that posse there, in that tight knit, you know,
yeah,
girls
I
club.
agree. Candace mentioned on a live that Laurel Run Park was Summer's favorite place to go.
Is that the one with the? Oh, jeez.
You remember when she was playing on the waterfall?
Yeah, I have that. I play that every day.
Yeah, that's supposed to be Laurel Run Fall.
Ugh. Well, if that's true, I need to 86 that from my channel. I don't. Oh, jeez. Something so fun. She's laughing and smiling and walking around and jumping in the water. If that's a place that turns into like a tragic location, I'm going to be very sad because that's one of the happiest videos I've ever seen of her.
Yeah, it is. It is. It truly is.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Red Milla. Um. Oh, here we go. Hang on one second, sweetie. There we go. Hello, Rebel. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are y'all?
We're
Hi.
good. Did Fred say that Cotton admitted it in jail? Then we should be able to verify if they were in jail at the same time. Good point. I don't know if he said that he admitted it in jail or not. I think it was while he actually remember he said he only saw him those 2 times. He didn't know him before then.
That's bizarre.
Yeah. So what
Do
are you
you?
thinking about all this tattoo?
I, I don't know. Fred may be trying to throw it off of himself. I don't. I really don't,
Mm-hmm.
because this name has never been mentioned before that I've heard in any of it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the first thing I said when it was said to me this morning. I have never heard that name.
But now I did do some search on Mr. Cotton. He did work at the park where her vigil was held.
Yeah, the Warriors Park. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
It's
is
just odd that that name come up and they talked to Fred all of a sudden about it while they arrested him, after they arrested him.
Right.
And he does know that those things are recorded. So
Yeah. Yeah. All the prisoners know that.
yeah, if you don't know that,
An
you've never
idiot.
you've never been locked up at all.
Exactly. Or you've never visited anybody that was in jail.
Exactly.
So do
Mhm.
y'all think if this is all true, if this man is charged with that, do you think it's going to be dropped, or do you think the pitchforks are going to still come out?
Uh, I think there'll still be a lot of people speculating if Don and them were involved.
Mhm.
Me too.
I wonder if they knew each other. I know Candace and Dawn can say, I don't know that person, but you
I did see something a while ago when I was scrolling through. I don't even remember where it was because it was about 2 hours ago. That said that it was Trevor Lee said that Candace said somewhere that she never even heard of that man before.
Mhm.
Hmm.
But if he was in cahoots, I mean, would you acknowledge that you knew him?
Well, no,
Right.
I don't even know half my family.
Yeah, but
I,
I agree with you, Angel. I wouldn't. I mean, that's like everybody keeps asking Dawn or Candace, either one. Uh, where's Summer? Where's Summer? Well, guys, if they are involved somehow or another, they are not stupid enough to say, "Oh, well, she's over there." Come on, they're not going to admit that they had anything in it because they don't want to go to prison.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Angel, can you hold this for just 1 second, babe? Let me run and get my
Yeah.
phone charger. I'll be
Yeah.
right
Do
back.
my best. I don't know. I think it's weird too that all of a sudden this random name comes out of nowhere.
yeah.
I think it's odd, in conjunction with the fact that that person is not alive. Mm-mm.
Yeah, and he supposedly died at the falls or something. Is that what it was? Or
Yeah, that Laurel,
Laurel, yeah.
uh, Laurel Quips, is that right?
Laurel Run.
Laurel.
I'm back. Um, yeah, it was Laurel Run Park, and I guess the falls are called Laurel Cliff Falls.
Yeah. But now, when I went and looked at his Facebook, there is a picture of the falls on there, but anybody can take it because waterfalls are beautiful.
Right,
So,
I agree.
uh, guys,
I don't
this
know, girl.
this this Summer Wells case has had me running back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and you really just don't know. You don't know who to trust. You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know who's telling the truth, who ain't.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just the other day, I was talking about something about Summer Wells, and someone mentioned about a kid looking identical to her in, I think it was Idaho, Boise, Idaho.
Yeah,
She
Boise,
does.
Idaho.
She did look like her, but you can't never tell.
Right, I was the one that did that video. Rebel, somebody's asking if you're a local.
Yes, I live in Bristol, Virginia. I'm
Oh,
not.
you do,
I'm not local to Hawkins County. I'm local to Bristol, Virginia.
but you're within like 45 minutes of there.
45 minutes to an hour. Yeah.
Um, so let me ask you something. Did they ever figure out who the remains were that was found in May of last year in
I have
the
not
that
heard
wooded
nothing
area?
about it. I have not heard nothing about it since then.
Yeah, nobody has.
And that's awful
Last
weird.
Yeah, the last time anybody checked on it, which was November that I know of, was November of last year. They said that they could not say anything about it. They couldn't
Yep.
give out any information as far as that goes.
I haven't heard nothing. And I've looked. I've looked in everything local around here. And I did hear somewhere the other day, and it don't mean nothing, but they found a body supposedly in Arkansas, where near Candace and Don.
Yes, yes, I seen that yesterday morning. They put that out there.
But they
Hello,
haven't said
Miss
nothing about
Christola.
it. Oh, well, hello, neighbor. Yeah, you're not far from me in Baltimore.
Mm.
I found a news article from 2016 that discusses um, somebody named Roy Simpson who got lost and stuck in a deep hole in the woods behind Bays Mountain.
That's
Oh
probably him.
wow, really?
Hmm. I'm not sure. I mean, it's the Roy Simpson, but I don't know if it's the same one. All it says is um, he got trapped in a hole in the woods behind his Bays Mountain home. But that was 2016.
Right,
Now, Bays Mountain's
uh,
not far from that park.
And I know it's
right.
like splits that whole thing. Thanks to Tim Mullen, I know all about it.
Peas in a pot, I agree. She said Harmony was moved multiple times by her dad. The Wells could have done the same. Yeah, I mean, come on, guys.
Mm-hmm.
If we got people
Mm-hmm.
out there that are crazy enough, he took that baby in a cooler and stored her in a walk-in cooler at his work. You know
Yeah.
that takes a special kind of stupid to do something like that. Uh, but geez.
And I
Oh,
don't know. I'm sorry, Nana. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. Go ahead, bud.
I was going to say, do you remember the interview that they done on what is it, Doctor Phil?
Yeah.
He said something on there, and I went back and looked at all the videos when he said, "Has anybody left the area or whatever since then?" And what's his name disappeared there, didn't he? Dotson.
Yeah, he
Did,
left.
didn't he
Mm-hmm.
leave the
I
church?
don't know if he moved out of the area or if he just stopped going to that church and he went back to the Baptist church.
He's changed his look though. I found him where he's married to his new wife. He's changed his look.
Has he?
Yeah, he's grown a full beard and cut his hair. It's not that shaggy
Huh.
curly look no more. It's a clean cut look. He looks fairly decent.
The Parks meet. If that's the same Roy Cotton, then he knows there's a hole there. So maybe that hole needs to be checked.
Well, this is back in 2016.
But still, that hole would still
Yeah,
be there.
that is true. It does say he's an avid hiker in that one thing,
Oh yeah,
but then again, I don't know if it's the same guy.
Yeah, but like you said, there's how many Cotton Simpsons are up there in that area,
Mm-hmm.
or Roy Simpsons.
but now if there's a cave there, they need to go look at that waterfall and see if that cave is there. Maybe that hole that he fell in 2016.
Yeah, they definitely need to check that. I mean, if he's an avid hiker and he's hiked those mountains, which I'm sure he has, he knows all the little places, you know.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And then that goes right back to Don making that statement of there is no evidence and there can never be any evidence.
and she'll never be found.
It shall
Right.
never be found. Yep. Hmm. It's interesting.
That's that's another thing that Blue Bonnet said there. Said uh, I'm sure Ellie offered him anything to get some kind of
Mm-hmm.
deal out of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's why I feel too. But the law enforcement's got their hands in there somewhere.
Um,
The reason I think, oh, go ahead, man. I was
oh,
going to say
it's,
something
I
about
was
that.
just going to read Don's statement, which was why did it take so long to get Fred? Because the charge is in 21, 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've known people to go 5 years before they get charged. They try and build up a case against them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I actually was locked up with a guy one time. I was doing a 3-month bid, and it was on driving, but he had done 5 years in prison on driving on suspended and DUIs. So he done 5 years. He was getting ready to get out in 2 days, and they brought back charges from 9 or 19 years earlier and gave him 2 more years.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah, he was getting ready to get out after 5 years, and they gave him 2 more.
Wow.
2 days before he was to get out.
Sharon Shelton says she lives in Bristol, Virginia, so she's really your neighbor.
Yes, she. Well,
If Fred, we don't know if Fred had something to do with it or not, but in my opinion, guys, I don't think Fred had anything to do with the baby's disappearance. I really, truly don't.
Now I was thinking maybe what's his name had told Fred that he knows something, and Fred was going to go see if it was true. Uh,
Huh.
Do you think that Fred would, if Don and Candace are Do you think that the three of them would work together on something? Or
Who,
did they like
Fred and
absolutely
Don
hate
and
each other? Uh-huh.
Cotton?
No. Just Don Candace and him and Fred.
Oh, I don't know. Um, Be the Bean says there's also a four-wheeling trail between Bays Mountain and Park and Laurel Run Park. It's called Jack Jones to locals.
Now, I'm not familiar with that area, but ain't there supposedly a haunted tunnel down there, like Sensible Tunnel or something? Ain't it near there?
Mhm. The
Oh,
one
I
with all
don't
the
know.
graffiti?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have pictures of that, but I can't remember offhand where that is exactly.
That's
Someone,
that's Sensabal's tunnel. But
yeah,
he's saying, isn't there another one like that one?
Oh,
no.
that's the only one I know of.
Oh,
I said, ain't Sensible Tunnel near Laurel Run
oh,
Falls? Because I've heard people say that there's a lot of weird places back in there, too.
Hmm.
yeah, Robin, I agree. You do have to wonder why Don went to see Fred that night. Oh, hold up. You don't come in here. I'll give you a chance to answer that, Angel. But
Okay.
after that, you don't question nobody else on my panel like that. That's not right. Do you want to answer that, Angel, or
Sure,
not?
sure. I've never said that Dawn and Candace are guilty of anything revolving around Summer, ever. I've never, ever said my theories about what happened to Summer online because I keep it to myself just in case I'm wrong. But I've never been out here going, oh, Dawn and Candace are guilty. Nope, because I don't know.
Okay. Um, B the Bean says there's two tunnel. There is two tunnels up there. One is Big Elm, and then the original drive-through one, which is Sensible Tunnel. I'm assuming.
Sensible Tunnel is closer to Kingsport. Okay.
Miss Peacock says that's okay. I'll say it. I think they're guilty of sin.
It is true though that at least Dawn is guilty of stuff, not necessarily related to Summer. He's admitted his guilt on things.
Right.
So even if Dawn had nothing to do with what happened to Summer, I'm still going to dislike him because of everything he's done in the past that he's
Right.
admitted to. I'll never like someone like that. I just can't.
Yeah, guys, hang on one second, my guest. I will say this: with there's 302 people that I can see that are in here. Listen, I'm not going to be like other creators, and just because you say something that I don't like, you're going to be banned or whatever. It's not like that. But you will be called down if I see something that's disrespectful, and if it continues, then you will be timed out. But I'm not gonna ban you just because you disagree with me or the mods or the panel guest. But I do expect you to say what you've got to say with respect. Respect. Nothing crude, rude, or disrespectful is allowed here. Plain and simple. You can say the moon's made out of blue cheese, and that's fine. We'll argue it all day long, but don't be disrespectful to people I have on my panel.
Yeah. Even if even if you even if some of us don't agree with the rest of us, we can still respect each other's opinions and
Exactly.
theories and things.
Huh? Dang it! It keeps moving away from me.
Hmm.
Nothing new. I just think having one serious kind of silly, but that's my opinion. People probably won't believe it if someone else did something to Summer. And that's the whole purpose of this live stream, hon, is to discuss that. Because I don't think, even if they find who done it, unless it was Don and Candace and they put them in handcuffs, I don't think this is ever going to end. If they find out who did it and they arrest them and put them in jail, unless it's Dawn and Candace, this is never going to die. It's not, in my opinion. Too
Mhm.
many people in this world, and I do say in this world, believe Don and Candace had something in that. But now, my sister, when I was talking with my sister today about it, she brought up a really good point, which was you don't think, well, of course, with this man, you couldn't do that because he would never be taking the stand. But if it's somebody else that's charged with it and they have to go to jail and they're facing either the death penalty or life in prison, you don't think they're not going to roll over on somebody to get a deal? Yeah, they probably would. But this poor old man, he's dead and gone and can't do that.
Mhm. What better person to pick to blame?
Right.
Mm-mm.
Well, I just want to say this, and I hope nobody gets mad in here. I think Don and Candace had something to do with it because why are you not allowed to talk to your other children? Uh,
Mhm.
because now I went through this with my grandson. He lives with, we have full custody of him now. When we were standing in front of that judge that day, he said, "It's up to y'all." I said, "Okay, she can come whenever she wants to, as long as we're not busy doing something." And then he told us that if it was court ordered, she could. The only way that she couldn't talk to him is if something serious or
Mhm.
they think something serious happened in that house. So that's what I'm thinking is they think that Don and Candace had something to do with it. They're just not saying. They're keeping their
Right.
uh, stuff close knit.
I've kind of thought that um, that the boys potentially know information that Don and Candace aren't saying, and as a way to avoid Don and Candace from manipulating the boys into keeping their mouth shut, that perhaps that might be one of the problems. Is that there might be a fear that Don and Candace would get in touch with them and try to sway them to be quiet.
Right. I believe that could be it. Yes.
Hmm. But yeah,
Very,
the court will only cut off contact uh, between parents and children if it's the best interest of the child. You're like at the end of the road if you lose all contact with your kid. I mean, you have to really mess up to get to that point.
Annabelle agrees with you, Rebel.
I think they know more than they're saying.
This is another good possibility, too. And Brenda S. says, I think this was all a setup so Hawkins County can just close out this case.
Right there. See, right there. Thanks, Brenda. That's my tinfoil hat theory right there in a nutshell.
oh, guys, let me tell you, Hawkins County is the dirtiest county around this area. Ronnie Lawson, I don't care if anybody gets mad or not. Ronnie Lawson is the dirtiest cop I've ever seen.
That whole county has some problems.
How can you, and I'm not going to say what it is, but his son, what he was in trouble for. How can you get 20 years in a federal penitentiary and only do a year in the county?
Honey, he's not doing a year in the county. He did a couple of months the
Oh,
weekend.
he's still in there.
And no, he's got an ankle bracelet and he's sitting at home.
Well, it says he's in there on that thing on the registry.
Well, I hope he is, but
I think
I've
he's supposed to be
heard
for
that he's
life.
sitting at home because it's too dangerous for him to be in jail.
And that's a possibility. They could be saying he's in jail, so nobody knows he's out. They
Right.
could be keeping that on there. But that's what I'm saying. How can you get 20 years and not do your time?
I have a big issue with that whole situation because Ronnie Lawson knew about all of this and the investigation into his son months and months before Summer went missing. And it's been told to me by a reliable source that um, at some point, the beginning of last year-ish, maybe into March or something, um, that there was some DNA testing that wanted to be done, and that there was arrangements made to make sure the DNA testing was done in a different state,
Biscuit.
and that Ronnie Lawson drove his kid or escorted was escorted with someone else out of state to get the DNA test done.
Right.
And this is all before this even came out, like way before.
Huh.
Mhm.
Are we still there? Did illusions? Okay.
But now I read somewhere, and I'll have to find it again, and because it's been 3 or 4 months. But it said that there's Dumpling said that since Ronnie Lawson joined the sheriff's office, and I'm not saying he was in command or anything. He was just maybe a deputy or whatever. But since he joined in 1977, there's 17 unsolved missing people in Hawkins County.
It's not like that's a highly populated metropolis. How could you? Jeez. If you are going to base that number off of the population in that area, that's a lot of people to be. That's a lot of things to not wrap up for a small area.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I get that all the time, though, Nana's Angels, that people are thinking that I'm like a Wells, anti-Wells or something. But I can't support, especially Candace. I can't support her because she's supposed to be the mother, and she's only been on camera once, and that just blows my mind. I don't understand. And the blue tank top interview, that was a mess.
JP said they had an 11. Where's that at? In Hawkins County?
Another one went missing.
JP said they have an 11-year-old boy missing.
Is there an Amber Alert?
Oh, peas in the
Or are
pod.
they going to drag their heels on that one too? Jeez.
Nana said her mic's off. Oh, they found the boy, they said.
Hmm. Did we lose Nana's Angels?
Thank you, Huntress.
No, she lost her mic.
And there's Huntress, and look at all these people in here.
I feel like this whole situation with this cotton guy is just a distraction. I really do.
It could be.
Any opportunity to point the finger away from you, it seems like they all take it. Nana's got problems.
Yeah, I know. Anything's possible though, but I'm still leaning toward Candace.
I have a big problem with Candace's timeline. It just doesn't make sense. A lot of that doesn't make sense. And I have a really hard time understanding them because I would never do. I would do what they're not doing. I would be on the TV and I would be at the newspaper and I would be, you know what I mean? Everywhere. And not hiding in a hidey hole on top of 110 Bent Hill Road. Oh, we lost Nana's.
Maybe she'll come back with her mic.
Deborah Rock and Robin says Vine link for Brandon Lawson today. Due to the current status, updates on this record are no longer available. That's interesting. So did they take him off the registry? I thought he was supposed to be on that for life.
I don't know.
That's weird. I hate to just jump ship without her being back up here.
I know.
There isn't much we can do other than big chat. Yeah, I think Dawn and Candace are more worried about Dawn and Candace than anybody else.
Yeah.
It does sound like Brandon's stuff is trying to get wiped clean.
Are y'all from this area?
I'm not.
She said she's waiting on it to load.
I think there's a lot of people from that area that are just too afraid to say, I'm from there. But, you know, for obvious reasons.
Oh, I ain't afraid to say nothing.
I know, but you know what I mean.
If you go look at my channel, hell, I've even doxed my own self. I tell what my house is, my address. I ain't afraid of nobody. I was afraid of one man, and my dad's gone now. So.
Mm-hmm. I know they have addiction. They have more than just addiction problems. I mean, right now they're 0 for, how many cases they got? 8 collectively?
Yeah.
2. So they're 0 for 8. Oh.
Okay. She said, please hang on.
Okay.
Please hold. Put a dump on that. That's what she always says. Please hold.
Oh, this whole thing is a mess. I'm not putting a whole lot of faith into this cotton thing because it didn't come from law enforcement.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
I'm not putting too much emphasis on this cotton thing because it didn't come from law enforcement. And I mean,
don't Ziggy know that she can get in trouble for recording that?
that's what I'm going to try to find out. I can't do it. I think I'm going to have to make a phone call to complete that.
Oh.
I just don't know who to call.
I wouldn't put it past him to tip the wheels off.
Mm-hmm. Hey, welcome back. No.
It's Laura. If Nana don't care, I can tell you, but until she says it's okay, I'll wait. I don't want to plug my channel in here without her permission. Here, I can tell you, but until she
And we
says
can
it's
hear
okay,
her.
I'll wait. I don't want
to. Come on, what is up?
I can hear you now, but it's echoey in the back.
Really? Well, Rebel, you can load your channel. That's fine, honey. Actually, there it goes. My mods should do it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you're more than welcome. Anytime you're on my chat or in my chat, you're welcome to drop your link.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
All creators are. I'm so sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened.
That's
my
all right.
computer just started going. I know people think that I'm just running my mouth and just trying to get something for free or whatever they may think, but I'm telling y'all, my computers have been going crazy lately.
I'm having the hardest time streaming off of YouTube.
Huh?
I said I'm having the hardest time when I stream. If I like try to share a video from YouTube or something, it slows it way down.
Yeah.
And it's never done that before, and I don't know why.
Well, see, right now I don't even have chat. It says chat restream. Took too long to respond, so I don't know what's wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have chat. I don't know what the problem is. Oh, okay. Well, I tried putting it up there, but it ain't working either, huh?
I see it.
You can see chat?
Mm-hmm.
Up on the screen.
Okay. There we go. Nope, not working over here.
Well, you just took it away. There you go.
What? I know, but I'm saying you can turn it on and off on the screen, and I was seeing if it would show up, but it won't.
Yeah, see, I tried to use that
restream,
and it just made my computer laggy and everything, so I went back to StreamYard.
Right. Well, I mean, I like StreamYard, but I've got to wait until I can buy membership for it or until the 27th. My
I got
time flips the 27th. Evidently, I stream too much. You only get 20 free hours.
Oh,
Mhm.
you can go in there. You can go in there and erase those.
Yeah, you can delete the recordings out of
Yeah,
your StreamYard.
yeah. Delete the
Can you?
recordings, and it gives you 20 more hours.
Hmm.
Okay, that's right. I don't know why I didn't remember that. That's right. I've done it before, but I didn't know it gave you actually. I knew it fills up, but I didn't know it actually gives you the time over again.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just that you can have like it's like the amount of space that you can save to their server.
Yeah.
You can only save up to that many hours of stuff.
Oh,
So
okay.
if you go and you delete a recording, then you've regained yourself back the hour that you deleted or whatever
But
have
it
you.
won't it won't delete it off of YouTube, correct?
no,
Right.
no.
You have to, as long as you choose to delete the recording and not the broadcast, it
Right.
will just delete the recording off of StreamYard and it'll open it up
Oh,
again.
okay. Well, good to
Mhm.
know. Thank you guys. I appreciate that.
All right. Well, I'm going to hop down. I got some stuff I got to do.
Okay, darling. Thanks for jumping up. I
Sure.
appreciate it. I
Sure.
enjoy always talking with you.
I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right. Bye,
Love you
hon.
all. Bye bye.
Love you. There we go. Oh, Lord. So, do you think this is ever going to end, Rebel?
Not, not nowhere near soon.
Yeah.
But I wish Dumpling was in here because she's done a lot and she could tell you a lot more. She's she has worked on the Summer Wells case a pretty good amount.
Right.
I like going to hers and watching hers because she's got a lot of information about it.
Yeah, I know. Remember, I was in there when she hit
That's right.
400, 500.
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry,
It's okay.
Nana, honey. I can't remember what I done day for yesterday. I got so much on my head.
It's okay. But Dumpling's well more than willing. I mean, more than welcome to jump up here if she wants to. That's another one I always enjoy talking with, collaborating with. I think she's doing great. I mean, for no longer than what she's had her channel, she's
Yeah,
doing absolutely great work.
she does real good work. I love her.
Um, Thank you, Robin, for dropping everybody's link. Thank you so much, and anybody else that is. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those creators, Rebel, that bans anybody else's channels from being dropped or as long as we're not bashing any other creators, then I'm good with talking about them, dropping their links, backing them however I can.
Right. You're welcome, Dumpling. There she is. She's in chat.
Yeah, you want to jump up on panel, Dumpling? I'm not sure how well it's going to go. I mean, you seen what just happened, but you're more than welcome to jump up here. I'd love to hear your opinion on it too. Well, actually, I don't know if we can. I can't do it because I can't drop the link nowhere. There's nowhere for me to drop it because this is completely out over here. Dang it.
Hold on just a second. Let me see if I can go back and get it for you.
Yeah, go back up to where I dropped it before, Dumpling, and get it.
Oh, I can't while I'm on panel. Shoot.
See if, hey, one of my mods, can y'all go back and copy it and drop it? Or she can go back and find it. Y'all would not believe how roasting it is in here.
Oh yeah, I can. It's hot here too.
Well, my central air is not working in my mobile home, but I went yesterday and actually I got it for my son for his birthday, bought an air conditioning unit. And because he works out in the sun all day, and
Uh
when
huh.
he comes in, he likes to cool off. So, but I went and got one, but it's not a real big one, so it doesn't push it throughout the whole house.
Right. Well, ours don't work in our house here, so we're using fans in the window right now.
That's what we was using, but I've got tons of cats in here, and they kept escaping, pushing the screens, literally pushing the screens out and getting out. And there's wildcats outside my house, and they kept fighting, so had to do something. Plus, it's hot, plain and simple. So, do you think, Rebel? Do you think that guy being as, because he does look, after I looked at him real close, he does look pretty hefty. Do you think he was literally up there lugging her around and doing what was said?
Well, the picture I didn't see him. The picture I seen where he's 60, he looks smaller than he did in that one picture. Because I found him on Facebook. And he looks smaller than that one.
Thank you, Alpaca Maid. Dumpling, you can grab that. She dropped that for you. Hello to everybody that I haven't personally spoke to, which is quite a few. I'm assuming there's 296 in here. There was over 300 a while ago. Please make yourselves at home. If you have something to say, you're more than welcome to say it. And I would love to be able to put it up on screen, but my computer is whack right now, so I can't. But next time, I promise I'll be on StreamYard. Have you tried a Streamlab, Rebel? So you've just done Restream and StreamYard?
Yeah, and the only reason I done Restream is because it put the chat up on the screen like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I don't like that. I really don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like it over here. I mean, I guess it's for everybody, can see it better because they're looking. They don't, on StreamYard, you either have to look at the chat or you have to look at the panel. So
right.
I guess this makes it where you can see it all at one place. But hello, Patty Ponytail. You're fine, hon. Nobody's ever late when they come to Nana's. Trust me. Anytime except for right when I'm saying goodbye is a good time to get here. And I would try to look at the rest of it, but they're going by and I can't catch them.
Yeah, that April, see that age picture that's too old to be Summer. The one that they TBI put out, it looks too old.
It does, don't it? Looks like a 11 or 12-year-old kid.
It looks like my 12-year-old daughter. Well, her age and everything.
Okay, that's fine, Dumpling. Just know you're always welcome, hon. All you have to do is come in here and say, drop a link. And that goes for you too, Rebel.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
I'm trying to read some of these. It's too far back, Dumpling. I'm so sorry. It's okay, hon. April C says she agrees with you, Rebel.
Yeah.
I think the one that was done by one of the subscribers that came out right before that one was a better representation of what summer would look like now. Did you get to see it?
I didn't get to see it, but I heard about it.
Oh, it looks really good. I wished I could. Well, I might be able to. Hang on a second. Let me go find it real quick first, so we're not spending all that time looking at stupid stuff. Nope, not that one. I'll try to do this. Nope. Oh, I wasn't looking in the right folders. What it was. Okay, now let's try to do this. Come on, move that out of the way. There you go. Can you see it?
Yes.
Do you think it looks more like an older Summer?
The one on the right or the one on the left?
All of them. They redone all of them.
Yeah, that looks more like her.
More like somebody, an older child instead of a 5 or 6 year old. Yeah, 5 or 6 year old.
That would look about 7, maybe 8.
So that looks way more better than the one that TBI did.
Yeah, the one TBI did. I swear it makes it look like a teenager.
Yeah, or at least a preteen.
Yeah.
Like Robin says, more realistic. Yes. Um, that's not the one you were thinking of, Alpaca Maid. Fred Hill still in jail. Yes. Wonder if he saw his girlfriend. LOL. Oh, I missed the rest of it. I can't back it up.
Yeah, she got arrested too. I don't know if she went in today or not, but I know they said that she got arrested. Someone in chat did.
Yeah. Discovering said that the one that she's talking about is the one that Candace showed on Jinky's channel. The one that everybody's questioning. I believe that looks like an older, healthier Summer and she has her front teeth in, or at least one of them. And they're saying, oh, well, that's been around for a year. Well, she could have been healthier and older a year ago. In my opinion, you didn't see that one either, did you?
Yeah, I've got this one. I think it. Can you see? Let's see.
Can you show it?
Let me see here. Let me see if I can bring it up there.
But yeah, I think that they can say all they want. A.F. Pennington's like, oh no, that's been around and it's one that's, blah blah blah. Well, you have to wonder. She says that she blocked out those other kids' faces. Well, why did she block out those other kids' faces? Maybe because it's not like Summer's brothers or anything. Maybe it's kids that she's around now. Possibly.
Let's see. It says this file. I don't know why it won't let me bring it up.
Huh. It won't let you share?
No.
Huh. Oh, well. I don't have that one on my computer or I would share it. But I appreciate everybody that's here, that's been listening, that's joined in the conversation. I'm sorry that we're having technical difficulties. Oh, you're talking about the other picture. Okay, Alpaca Maid. There's one that came out right before the one that TBI brought up. It was like a day before or a day after that people were saying that looked just like Summer. It was another kid that was found on Facebook. And Candace didn't seem too concerned about it. And she's like, yeah, anything's possible. Come on. If that was your kid, wouldn't you be worried to death and wanting everybody to send it to TBI and have TBI check it out? But that kid looked real, and that was I forget what farms. It was some kind of farms that this little girl was on, and they have like 6 or 8 kids, but that little girl was not one of their kids.
Right. Susan Smith said, I don't believe this Cotton is involved. I tend to think Donna's been in touch with Fred and told him to put the blame on someone so it gets them off the hook with Summer's disappearance.
Yeah, well, I mean, anything's possible, but just a heads up, Don Wells, if you're listening to this, it don't matter who gets arrested for it. People are not going to give in. They're not going to stop thinking that Don and Candace were involved. I mean, they're just not.
Hi, Lorray. I didn't see you till just now.
Who is it?
Lorray.
Oh, is she in here?
Uh huh.
Well, hello, Lorray. Good to see you, sweetheart. Although I can't really see you, I don't see her comments. So we got about 10 more minutes to go, guys. Is there anything anybody wants to talk about?
Well, listen, I'm gonna jump off here because I got to get started on my stuff today.
Okay, I appreciate it, Rebel. Thank you
No,
for being up here, babe. Thanks for giving us your opinions.
thank you for letting me up. Y'all have a good day.
You too, hon.
All right. See ya.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Okay, guys. Um, welcome to all coming in. Everything we discuss is not fact, but is talked about in a factual manner. Yes. April C. Squall said she printed lots of photos for Candace at a place, Walmart maybe, in 2021 for scrapbooking. What are the facts in the case, Nona? The fact, there's a couple that we know. Summer Wells is missing and the public does not know where she's at. She's been missing for 2 years with no evidence of nothing. Um, that covers the facts in this case. If you think about it, we don't know when she went missing for sure. We believe it to be on the 15th. We don't know what time of day for sure. We don't know what she was actually wearing for sure. We don't know for sure who was the last people to even see her. So I can give you lots of things that we don't know. But the only thing we know for a fact is that the public does not know where Summer Wells is at. That's a fact. Nor does Ellie know where she is. Okay, I'll give you that. Although there are some people who believe that Ellie does know and they're just not releasing the information yet. Not saying that's true. I'm just saying that's what some people believe. Much love and respect to all here and to Nana's Angels. Thank you, Rebel. I appreciate that, hon. You got just as much respect from me to you. I appreciate everybody that came in and chatted and contributed and listened and that puts up with me and my little mishaps with my computers. Y'all, I was here up late last night when I heard what Ziggy said. I don't even know what to think. Yeah, I'm not sure what to think either. That was the whole purpose of this live stream. That and the fact, you know, it don't. And I'm not saying it's right, guys. If Dawn and Candace didn't have anything in their child's disappearance, then it's not right. But we don't know. So, in saying that, it doesn't matter who gets arrested. Nobody's gonna believe it. As sad as that is. Um, Rebel, thank you. You're awesome. Yes, he is. Thank you, Alpaca. You will always try and speak. Yes, thank you, mods. Cursed, you've caught on speedy fast. Yeah, she has. Nana, why are you always limiting your conversations where you got to go? LOL. In my opinion, this is the last or best place to be with the best chat, host, and more. Because my computer is screwing up. It just winked at me when I was saying that. That's why, sweetheart. As soon as I can get a better computer, then we'll be good. But just like I said when I was saying what you were commenting, my screen flickered at me. And I don't know what happens if my computer goes dead or something and I'm still alive. Does it continue to live or does it die too or what? Does anybody know? Dumpling, oh, me too. I was screaming, Ellie needs to search. Laurel, run quick. Yes, they do before somebody can get up there and move something. We know they are neglectful and abusive. Sorry, ladies, I'm listening but not watching. That's okay, hon, at the moment. Name's computer is flirting. Nana's computer is flirting with her. Yep, it's winking at me. Yes, Dawn, we are always glad to see you. I love reading your comments. I like your opinions. Don B called about it. I seen he was in here and I was trying to put his comment up on screen, but that's when my computer was started messing up. I appreciate him coming in. Well, as much as Discovering doesn't like it, we're going to have to all start saying goodbye, guys, because we got like 4 minutes left. And I want to try to figure out what is going on with this stupid computer. I guarantee you I'll fix StreamYard, and I will be on StreamYard next time. I don't like Restream at all. As long as they're a guest, the stream stays live as I've ever seen. Okay. Nana, or at least you know it can't leave, but it's creepy that it's always watching and listening. What, the computer? Didn't Fred say Andy B had some part in it? If he's telling the truth, why aren't Ellie questioning Andy B? He's alive and well. That's true, Lisa Joe. Thank you, Robin. We will see you later too, sweetheart. Harley Davidson for Summer Moon, Utah Wells, coming from Canada. Well, we're glad you're here from Canada, sweetheart. Hi, Versi. You're coming in late. Well, I hate to say that because you're not coming in late. Anytime you get here is great. You'll have to watch the restream though because my computer is really messing up big time and we're fixing to jump off here. But I'm glad to see you here, hon. I promise next time I go live, I will put a notice out beforehand. I don't know that it does much good, but yes, Fred still says Andy B was on that road that afternoon. Everyone put some hearts up for Sweet Summer. Justice is coming soon. I pray and hope that it is. I hope the truth does come out. Yes, the computers, phones, iPads, tablets, they say on us, LOL. Wish I knew. OBS can't figure it out. Oh yeah, I know. I thought about checking it out. I've thought about checking out Streamlab too. Thank you, Sharon. I'm not trying to cut it short, guys, or drop y'all in the middle of anything. It's just this computer is so messed up and it's hard for me to try to deal with. Have you done a show exploiting if she is hidden on the property? Where? Um I don't think she's on the property unless there wasn't really a sinkhole up there and maybe she fell in it. I don't think she's on the property. If she, Don would not be as definite as he is when he says there is no evidence, there can never be no evidence, she'll never be found. And to me, for him to be trying to convince everybody else that the baby has passed for whatever reason, I think he's pushing that a little too hard. He's trying to convince everybody that she's gone so that everybody will stop looking, in my opinion, guys. It's just streaming straight through YouTube, so had that nobody uses it. Um, it helps me. Dang it. Poor Nana is live. Oh crap. Dishes dropping, phone updating, life coming to a screeching halt. Yeah. Who is Ellie? I don't know what you mean. I don't know which Ellie you're talking about, honey. There's an Ellie Mae that comes in chat. In her discovering says, in my opinion, she's on Bernard property. Guys, I love you all. I do. And I will do my dangest to go live tomorrow. Try to look, I don't know, I may do a late evening live tomorrow. So I want to do, I definitely want to get that one video out about the FLDS church and those missing children. And I don't know who knows a lot about that church or how they used to live or what's been going on, but I want to. It'll be if it's a it'll probably be a video, and it's going to be a lengthy video. So be patient with me. Contact Nana. Oh yeah, contact Nana at NanasAngelsYT at gmail.com. Absolutely. Guys, I love yous. I will see you later. I will talk to you all later. And I love each and every one of you. I promise I do. Rebel says, I read about that and put it in my community post. Okay, good. Good. Because, I mean, there's something really hinky going on with that. And I would hate to think of how many children or people, period, that he could play a Jim Jones with the Kool-Aid. You know what I mean? And from what I understand, it's his son that has taken over the leadership. And his son's the one that's okaying the marriage of the 9 and 10-year-old little girls again and stuff. All right, guys. I'll see y'all later. Have a great day. God bless. And have a good evening.